I survived 10,000 days in hardcore Minecraft. Today I tell you the full story from day 0 to the present. And no, this isn't just some lazy supercut, I've taken the time to retell each story as they've happened. Ready? Alright, got it, let's go. All the way back to day 0. Somewhere around late February to early March of 2022, I began this world. My spawn was in a beautiful lush jungle, and I hurtled myself right into gathering the resources I needed for my survival. Feeling brave, I found a cave. I looked for stuff and at one point felt much panic when I slipped up a cliff. At least I pulled off this sick bucket clutch. The diamonds sitting right nearby were plenty payment for my near-death experience. The air, I could sniff it and smell my own blood. Going forward about an hour, and with riches I was showered. I was covered with diamond armor and ready to seek even more power. I wasn't as good at the game at the time, so as the sun shined upon the water and dipped below the horizon, I ran off in hopes of possibly finding a village. Upon my arrival, I got to work gathering emeralds and resetting trades. Pretty soon, I'd gotten Prot 4, my own early game ace of spades. My next spot was the Nether. I made my way through Crimson Forest, Basalt Deltas, Soul Sand Valleys, but I still couldn't spot a fortress. I tried making a new portal, so I journeyed to this far mountain range that will become important later. I don't know why I did this, as the Nether had just divided my distance and my hopes of resetting my luck like a lemon squeezed of its precious juices. After much more searching, I finally found a fortress, killed some blazes and stayed no longer, finally free from my sour luck's torture. I returned to the overworld through my second portal and was immediately confronted with a horde of phantoms. I killed the swooping assailants and made my way to the nearby village like a god still rising from the shadows with the quest still uncompleted. I brewed slow falling potions and traded with clerics for ender pearls. I made my way back to that mountain from earlier, through some eyes, and my heartbeat quickened just like a warrior caught by surprise. Those eyes, they led me, that day, to a stronghold not 100 blocks away. That portal I had built ended up exactly right nearby the stronghold I needed to kill the dragon. I made my way to the portal room with a gateway there to light. Right then I jumped in and had an incredible end fight. I had done it, but the end was only the beginning. I clicked the egg to try and collect it, but it fell right in the portal. Thank God it lay there right at spawn when I arrived at the other side. But my coward self back then couldn't handle bridging across the void. I thought I needed a redstone machine that would grant me a way to fly. I found a swamp and began killing slimes. When it was time, I went to the outer end islands and set off on a journey far across the end. Like a pot of gold at the end of a rainbow, I found a city on an island sitting suspended in the ice-cold void. I took the prized elytra and flew back to spawn, now satisfied. Now with an elytra in hand, there was no time to slack as I promptly kidnapped some villagers and locked them up in the classic frick chamber. Do not worry, they're not in danger. Unlike me, who just then went way far out to beat a raid. After it taking way too long to find an outpost, I finally found a village where I could work through the waves of hostile villagers. After dozens of monsters brutally slain, I had the sense to check on my armor. It had but 4 durability left. I ran away in cowardice, or maybe caution if that's how you want to think of it. After a week of procrastination, I finally did come back to playing, dug way down to maybe go caving, and found the diamonds I could use in an anvil for repairing my armor and returning to salvage what was left of the battle that was fought against the Ravagers. And other guys too, but they don't really matter. I won in a fashion very spectacular, holding in my hands totems that would go nearly 1,000 days without shattering. Assaulted with the realization that this world had potential, with no shadow of a doubt, 'twas raised my happiness and mental. Energy that I would need to take the grind that many see to, making sure that I had villagers to trade with me. Like a piano missing a key, my world was missing slavery. Please don't think I'm actually bitter, I don't want to be cancelled on Twitter. Pausing for villagers, I took the advice of my then just a friend and present day ex and built a treehouse just for chests. Yeah, I never put anything in those, too out of the way for me to access. Soon the villagers were all in their place, selling me books and warm ember race, all at prices that, at the very least, not completely shameless ripoffs. But by then I was already pissed off at my disgustingly weak equipment. It was time to order a shipment from Villager Co. with all the enchantments to reach my divinity. I went to the end with a newfound affinity and built myself a wondrous pier into the void to get experience. This is a farm that kills those who definitely fall into its central shaft, the one and only clean and simple Enderman farm by Shulkercraft. Soon after I went back to the overworld, I can firmly state that my gear was maxed. There was only one step left to tackle the netherite upgrade task, so I dug down deep in the hellish dimension, mined for hours to get all the precious debris that I needed to max out my armor, upgraded the gear inches away from immune from things harmful. But just before that upgrade was a frighteningly close call. After that jump scare, let's waste no more time and finally make a powerful arm of my world's industrial wing. That is right, it's now the time to make a crazy creeper farm and some other stuff as well. If I dare say so, it's time for a time lapse. My next plan was this world's first actually massive build, an island transformation with finally a proper storage. Let's get to another time lapse. After going to the Nether to gather some skulls, they had the courage to fight the Wither.
Here goes nothing. Oh jeez. Is it a bad idea to fight the Wither? No, it is a bad idea to fight the Wither. Oh my god, right.
Apparently killing him underground is a good method, for I did not expect him to go down quite so quickly. My next order of business was expanding my industry, so I built a pumpkin farm, a cactus farm, and after gathering lots of magma, the classic gold farm biome mango. I then built a blaze farm that, to be completely honest and straightforward, I don't think I've ever used since I built it. On the other hand, the Toglin farm has been really very useful. It provides most of my food for the whole time that I've had this world. Being a 15-minute build sure doesn't hurt its score. At this point, I wanted to try some larger builds, so I did something that I would come to regret in the future, built this volcano that looks like an ill stand on my world. Safe to say, it did not age well. The next build was a tropical city that, to be frank, I never quite got around to finishing. At least the builds here were actually decent. I then built a sheep farm so I could fleece its creatures out of their wool. The work on the city then continued. I even built a smelter that went on to cause me lots of issues. I'll upgrade my furnace situation later, don't you worry. I also built a bamboo farm, a broken moss farm, some more city stuff, and a once again not really working bee farm. My next project is a nether hub. Let's not dawdle like in the past and the massive list of materials and get right into a time lapse. I also mined obsidian, sacrificed snowmen to the mighty wither, took the materials in my arms, and went back to build a ghast farm. The nether hub is done for now, but trust me, this isn't its final phase. Anyway, my next project was once again at my original base. It was a massive villager trading hall. Yeah, the one from before was getting to be just a little too small for me. I was still at the time running Minecraft off a crop top. I tried to make it to day 1000 without using totems, so my laggy computer had other plans.
I was inside there, 100%. No! What?
I also built a brand new fancy custom island, actually 2 of them. I built 2 more things in the following episodes, but before I knew what was happening, the day count was almost at 1,000. Little did I know back then as I killed the wither to mark this elevation that this would only be the beginning. But first, don't forget to like and subscribe, it's free and it really helps out. Alright, done? Okay, time to talk about the project where I almost lost my mind. This is an ocean monument, and my next project is to drain the whole thing and build a mega base. While out in the desert gathering sand, I happened to run into a fossil. These are extremely rare, but I couldn't dawdle on the unlikely occurrence, as I had also previously saw some ocean monuments that I needed to raid for sponges. Okay, now with materials done, now it's time to drain this thing. Despite taking 50 hours, I have good memories associated with the draining process. Watching the owl house and first developing and crashing my axe. Done with the drain, I took the time to dig out the surrounding area to Y35. I needed a metric ton of materials for the actual build, and by a metric ton I mean over 100,000 blocks. In the process of material gathering, I completely destroyed a pristine Savannah biome. Don't worry, we'll fix that later. It'll just be a while before we go restore that nature. After getting my original pets Hoss and Dorky, I began working on the build itself. During that time, I remember saying that I probably wouldn't join another one. Let's just say that aged poorly, but at least this project's done. Next up, getting more automated farms to increase my world's industrial output. After building a moss farm and custom tree farm that I've never used, and a cobblestone farm that never worked in the first place. I also built a wither skeleton farm that on the contrary works like a charm, although it did take more work than I wanted, as at first I'd built the whole thing one block above where it would allow for a functioning farm. Also, I had this scary moment in the Nether. Next up, I built a flower farm and a proper bee farm. I built a slightly better sheep farm, and pretty shitty spider farm, and a decent choker farm that lasted me until just recently. I also built a good bamboo farm, an actually decent tree farm, a never used and very laggy piglin bartering machine, a terrible dripstone farm, and an excellent nether plant farm that takes its input as bone meal. I also built a raid farm, which I had somehow found a way to procrastinate until that point. The raid farm was a prerequisite for making a void trader. Well, not necessarily, but it was nice to have the emerald supply. But first we had to go get some villagers over to the location I had planned. I also enchanted a heck ton of gear and turned it to netherite later, but it was now day 1999, meaning it was time to kill 2 withers, as was the tradition for literally just those first 2 milestones. Next up is a project that made my most labor-intensive single episode of the series to date, digging a perimeter. There was a perfect 16 by 16 chunk square just a bit to the east of my base at the time. It would be just a short flight away, then I could already be right there. Here's me marking out the perimeter squared, as in the edge of the perimeter. Before using TNT bombers, I had to drain any water I could see and model the terrain above y=80. After grinding for 3 hours to get all the slime I needed, as I had no slime farm back then, I was ready to finally build the TNT bombers. From there, I could just let them rip and blow the shit out of this place. After all those, probably around 60 around that point hours of work, I had made the hole slightly too small. Yes, it was a pain to do, but I was able to use a mini HUD provided despawn sphere overlay to mine up all the blocks that were getting in my way. I then built a wish.com perimeter slime farm, but hey, it got me all the balls I needed, keeping me satisfied until well after day 10,000. Also, the perimeter building got me enough diamonds to get a diamond beacon, and even then some spare diamond blocks to flex with as well. My next project was trying to build a custom designed iron farm. I'm not sure exactly why as it worked, but I eventually ended up destroying this. I then transformed my end portal, which ended up being one of the better aged builds in this world, as I still think I did a pretty good job with it. Do you agree with that sentiment? Let me know in this video's comments. My next project was a return to my nether hub. This started off with the withered skeleton farm visual upgrade, which to be honest I think looks kinda ugly. Lol, I even said it's ugly in the video where I made it. I also built a froglet farm within a giant magma cube. I upgraded my slime farm killing chamber, yeah the farm is overpowered, and also built some terrain around the nether hub. This would all eventually be torn down and redone. At least this giant lava ocean I made is still there today. My next project was an end dimension transformation. Here's a montage of me killing 19 ender dragons. After gathering all the materials, I was ready to start work on this crazy project. After such an absurdly large build, I went back to the basics and built a roller coaster all throughout my spawn region. This will also be a great way to show off all the off-camera stuff I've built in this area. My next project is a castle and surrounding village, the way Mojang intended it. I followed a book released by the devs, but if I'm being honest, it just didn't turn out well. These last few projects are what I see as my world's dark ages, a time when I'd let the quality slip and build stuff quickly that I'm just not proud of. This started with the wooded skeleton farm and went on through this build. At the time, my mental health was going through a rough patch, and goddamn, it shows in these projects. Don't worry, my mental state is pretty good now. My next project is another perimeter, except this time I challenged myself to dig it in only 24 hours. Don't ask why, it took me 7 hours to gather the materials and clear out all the water. It's probably just because draining out fluids is still extremely painful in this game in general. With the less strict definition of what I considered cheaty at the time, I was using a free cam mod. Let's just say that while digging this perimeter, I got some karma. With the perimeter less than half done, but less than a third of the time remaining, it took a month off the build to give some rest to my anxious brain. Here's some replay mod footage from when I returned to the game. With only the first layer done, I had an hour and a half left to finish the entire thing. Yeah, that didn't happen, but at least I got the perimeter completed in 32 hours. That's still a lot of time saved over the first I've done, and I will certainly take a win where I can get one. I'd somehow spent this whole time without an actual bedroom. Right above the Mojang approved castle, I built a lonesome tower to act as my first real home. But first, I needed to cover the then resource gathering area with a custom terrain dome made of stone. It was then of course time to build the tower itself. After this, as a late game power up, I built this crazy fast gold farm designed by Dashpum4 so I could have my main food source be golden apples. My next objective was getting all the advancements in the game. They started off easy, stuff like finishing adventuring time, and some trivial stuff like Sneak 100, It's Breads, Not Today Thank You, and Tactical Fishing. Some more that I got were War Pigs, Enchanter, A Throwaway Joke, The Sound of Music, Fishy Business, Be Our Guest, Country Load Take Me Home, Not Quite 9 Lives, and Is It a Bird? The next one I wanted to tackle was Uneasy Alliance, where you have to kill a ghast in the overworld. Usually a tricky one, but I had a ghast farm. Getting the advancement was as simple as breaking the wither roses that had killed the specters, and going to build high to spawn a ghast, and going back to the overworld and killing it myself. I also got Is It a Balloon at this time by looking at it through a spyglass. Light as a rabbit was no sweat, and monsters hunted intimidated me, but that fear turned out to be misplaced. Caves and cliffs is easy, but I won't lie, it's freaky falling from the sky like that. Who's a Pillager Now and Star Trader were nice and benign, as were Wax Off, the Cutest Predator, and Whatever Floats Your Goat. This boat has legs as easy, but feels like home was a bit of a pain, but I got it done, just not where I had meant to at first. A balanced diet required a trip to hunt some rabbits, but wasn't really that problematic. Birthday song was kind of painful, but I got You've Got a Friend in Me as a nice bonus. Sniper duel was funny just because I shot the boat in my first go at it. Placing the boat back down to trap the skelly and shooting a few more times got me the advancement. Bullseye was easy. The complete catalog took some work, but here's a clip of me meowing. I was talking with my live chat about some random YouTube beef when I got jump scared by a mansion. Classic YouTube beef. Oh my gosh! I then completed my catalog, bred axolotls as a step towards 2x2, and fought alongside one for the healing power of friendship. I bred cats, chickens, donkeys, foxes, then encountered some phantoms, and thinking fast, secured myself 2 birds, 1 arrows. Actually, the foxes were bred after this, but I also bred some goats, hoglins, horses, a mule, llamas, mushrooms, ocelots, pandas, rabbits, striders, and finally wolves to get the 2x2 advancement. After 5 failed attempts, I also got arbalistic. At this point, I was down to the final 3, staring down my neck like a predator hunting me. Very, very frightening, a furious cocktail, and the one that brought me the most fear, the infamous how did we get here. I found another wielded mansion and went to build the warden switch, but heard some very, very spooky skulking noises that to this day I can't fully explain. In the middle of all that, I also got very, very frightening. I got the shovel to the overworld and generally finished preparing. It was time for the advancement that very nearly killed me.
Okay, here goes. Wow, okay. Here we go. Okay, we got a fierce cocktail. With a rose in our inventory, okay. Shulker, give me the mining fatigue. Give me levitation. Oh sh. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, it failed. Oh no. Oh no. Get, you can get in there. Oh no. Okay, 1 second. In brightness. Okay, he's gonna. Okay. Eat. Jesus, that does so much damage. Jesus. Gotta eat. You gotta eat. Okay. Okay. This is so dry. So scared. Okay, is it something in here? Okay, wait, what? You get back. Shoot, okay, that's a 4th totem. Okay. Oh my goodness!
I thought I'd pop 2 totems then, but nope, it was just 1. I still don't know what my 3rd totem was taken by. The second attempt to get the advancement also ended in failure, but at least this time I didn't almost die because I was smart enough to not do literally the worst thing I could have done when being chased by a warden. The 3rd attempt on the other hand, well, just watch this happen.
Okay, I'm scared. Okay, into the water pool, the conduit is. Eat the god apple. Okay, here we go. Okay, big go shot. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Yes! Yes! We did it! Yes! Oh my gosh. Eat the milk. Or drink the milk. Okay, fireworks. Okay. Let me take the flip out of here. Woo! Yes, we did it. We actually did it!
Due to a mix of personal factors and demotivation, I ended up taking an 8-month hiatus from the world. When I finally returned, my mind was fresh and I was ready for a revolution. I had also grown better at building. It was time for a new beginning. World now on 1.20, I went on a modern expedition. I got a sniffer egg, then returned home. Well, briefly I was at my starter base until I started working on a new project that would eventually morph into the grand city of Tempora. In the middle of transferring my items, I finally hit day 4000. Somewhere between that episode and the next, I popped my 5th totem to lava and fall damage. Remember that old nether hub? Yeah, I completely destroyed the damn thing and speedrun a much better build in the span of but 5 days. Here's a time lapse of that. You ready to see these words of wisdom?
I'm ready.
Smoke weed every day.
Snoop Dogg, 1999.
Of course. Why wouldn't you? Oh, shit.
The strangest occurrence my world had ever seen then happened right before my very eyes. Don't be surprised to literally see the sky falling. Yo, it's raining in the nether! It's raining in the nether! Yo! What the heck? It's just here. Or the question is it like up? I did install a data pack as well that increased my height, my max world height, and it does appear to be at least at the higher elevations of the world, but still, what the heck? That's weird. What if I disable shaders? Oh, it looks even weirder with the shaders off. Wait, look what happens to the sky. What? What does the biome say? The biome is plains. Oh nah, how is there a... Okay, I need to uninstall that data pack. Apparently now there's a plains biome above my nether. Okay, I'm gonna back up the world and uninstall the data pack, because I didn't actually build anything above the height limit, so we should be fine. It's almost done copying. 13 seconds left. 12, 11, 10. Do you know how big my world is? 14.6 gigabytes. The backup has been made, and I'm not making it back up because I think I'm gonna die for the viewers, and I'm not planning to revert to this backup unless the world's corrupted. So we have a backup made, and I've removed the data pack. Let's load it back up and see what happens. Hopefully there's no weird world corruption. Everything seems normal. That's good. What was that? What biome? Oh, yeah, it's just basalt deltas. Overworld looks fine. I don't think the world's corrupted or anything. I think I'm just gonna keep playing on this one. I'm gonna keep the backup just in case anything goes wrong in the immediate future, and like I find a corrupted chunk or something, but for the time being, I think we're good. That was bizarre. Wow. Returning to my base, I think it's about time for some expansion to it. I built another wart farm that I think turned out looking quite good. Still getting readjusted to hardcore mode levels of caution, I made a seismic slip up and popped my 6th ever totem. Next order of business, some epic custom terrain to make way for future expansion. I then built a bakery called Crafter's Cakery. Next up was a bank, as well as some revision of a hill right near my base. Don't worry, I'll build a forest there eventually. The next project is taking this outpost and turning it into something to be proud of, but I need some better terrain before I can start this massive undertaking. Alright, that's pretty good. The build here was originally gonna be some kind of sandstone heavy brighter thing, but it ended up steampunk, and goddamn I love the way it turned out so much more. Now let's go build a thing that I'd later come to adore. Also, I got a cat right before the project and eventually dedicated the whole outpost in his honor. But that's enough of a pause on my new custom city that I am itching with excitement and inspiration for a new build to provide elevation, both metaphorically and physically, to enhance the experience of this grand custom city. This is what has come to be known as the Lesbiglin Bakery, after the lesbian couple of Piglin people I added just inside using my Armor Stand Statues mod. After making the bakery, I went to the Nether to gather gilded blackstone to make the interior of a bank. After that bravery, I come to you again with endless creativity for yet another time lapse. If you remember my nether hub from previous sections of this grand cinematic epic, you will know that I have another hub. I'm not really sure how to finish this sentence. Anyway, first order of business was a massive expansion to my hot lava ocean. My next product is a massive train to replace his terrible shack with something that was inspired by the Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks. This is where I really began introducing custom models to my world with a wheel I had made myself. It's really just a piece of paper, but with a mod, some textures, a rename, and an invisible item frame data pack, it can turn it into something magical. That's the beauty of how I've decided to play this series, adding custom models to really see my vision turn into stunning reality. The next episode in the series is among my favorites, but it's kind of strange as, shh, don't tell the secrets. It was made from a bunch of largely random clips. Yet I was able to stitch them together in my editing software into a compelling and truthful story of horse husbandry and the builds that I did during the cooldowns that stopped me from breeding. That's an at least mostly accurate way of telling an in reality really scattered story. If you want my horse with me, I'll take you on that journey. My horse stable is just about done, but we only have my existing horse Dorky here, and so I was thinking I'd go into the wild and find some more horses to breed with Dorky. And I want to try to get the best horse in the game, or at least as close as I can reasonably get. So, for my first wild horse, I'm going to get a horse that's above average in both jump height and speed, and well, also health. Hello, Mr. Horse. Here's some wheat. Oh, we're in. Ooh, okay. Speed is good. Jump is not, and Nora's health, so sadly we're gonna have to let this one go. Okay. Very bad horse. Oh right, we got horse heads out of this too, because of our more mob heads hit it back from Delta Tweaks, that's nice. It unfortunately seems like we've cleared out all the horses in that area at least. Oh, there's some horses, hello. The jungle looks so cool with these shaders. My own shaders, by the way. Yeah, I'm looking for 10 speed, 12 farts, 3.5 jump. Fortunately, my existing horse does not meet those requirements. That's why I want a better horse. Oh, wait. Oh! Oh! This one's it! This one has all the requirements. Now for the ride back to my base. Ooh, I like how the base comes into view like that. My first step was finding a stallion with above average stats in all of the categories. 1 in 8 horses met this criteria, and lo and behold, it took exactly 8 tries to find a stallion nearby whose stats satisfied what I needed. This was the most scientifically typical luck I could have probably ever had in my life. After making that horse to husbandry with his new wife, my pre-existing horse, Dorky, I went off to the races, maybe the horse races in this case, to find the best racehorse that's ever been raced. Why do I sound like Dr. Seuss if he wrote a book about equality? Okay, whatever, now it's time to build a forest with only the best custom trees this Minecraft world has ever seen.
If I can't put it in the picture frame, I don't want no parts. If she won't let me in the side door, then it's your loss. City girls up 100, yeah, that's what she tell her friends. See that boy got money, now she don't tell her man. Got the with the woo, blacked out Halloween, the cool. If I make sure team like, boo, I'ma go store on the floor. No bottle service, we outside with it. Brown pepper bag and a green cigarette. Can't stop from falling. And my demons in the corner. Tonight I'm dancing to the sun up. If you love me, like you said you do, it's the dice roll. We can both lose. Don't run away, stay right here. Don't slam on the brakes, baby. Don't run away, stay right here. Don't slam on the brakes, in the moment. Something's different, baby. Tell me where you are. I'll go missing for you. I'll be missing cause I don't need them, and I won't miss them at all. You're the only demon that I won't cut off.
I hope you enjoyed that epic time lapse, and during that I got an awesome horse that is so close to the theoretical max the difference is actually negligible. Next up is adding some insanely cool new buildings to make it even prettier in this ever-growing city. First up is this massive tower with a cocoa bean farm that, fun fact, in large part was inspired by Splatoon, especially this building in the in-game city of Splatsville. Okay, now let's return to Minecraft and build the damn thing. If you think back to that train I've built, you'll remember the custom wheels I've modeled and added to this world. I then built a museum to house all of those models, as well as some others that I've added since that episode. To give y'all some perspective, the day counter had just hit 6,000 and at the time my base looked like this. Next up was more work on the Nether hub. Man, I was really going back and forth in these older episodes. I mean, fair enough, it was nice to get some variation in what I was working on. Well, anyway, it's time to turn my honey farm's grand decoration of the brick shit into something that's actually pretty. The bee farm was nice, but it wasn't the main spice of that episode. The honor of the project that made up the core of the video goes to the transforming the exterior of my gold farm. If I'm to be completely honest here, I only did the bees first so I could stay in that area where they provided me lots of honey. But now with plenty in hand, it's time to get to the grand transformation. Yep, you guessed it, back to the city I went for the next one, this time with a custom river that I wanted to build. Alright, so we're now done coloring in the lake bed, and now I'm gonna add in some water. And I do really like how this turned out, that's a nice pattern. To start filling it in, I'm first gonna need to fill up the layer, the same layer as light blue wool completely with moss blocks. Alright, so everything is now filled in with moss, or at least the top layer is, so we can start flooding this thing with water. We already have some water in this section, so then I just place some water buckets and just start expanding it this way generally. There we go. Flooding is really just a matter of a lot of quick movements. If we didn't put this moss here, I wouldn't have been able to form more water sources on the surface. And already here, there's some mobs then there. Oh nice, now it stays 6,420. Another day count with a funny number. But there's no time to crack up because we gotta crack on filling up this lake. I really gotta work fast if I'm going to finish. Alright, and it's now all flooded, which means all I have to do now is get rid of all this moss here. Oh, that's a creeper, that's a creeper. Okay. Yeah, the only issue is that there's gonna be a lot of mobs here, including creepers and zombies and other creatures I do not want to deal with. Ah! Wow. Okay, you die, you die. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Don't blow up my build. Do not blow up my build, please. That scraper, luckily, he exploded in water, so nothing got destroyed. Yeah, the mob problem seems to be going away as I flood this area. And the lake section is now done, although I don't want to completely showcase it from above until I've also done the river section and we can do a final showcase. Creeper! I need chest plate. Damn. All filled in. Okay, time for the grand reveal in 3, 2, 1. Boom. Ooh! That looks nice and blue. That looks like a vanilla river, but just better. And even without shaders it looks even better. Look at that. Oh, I like that a lot. I then designed a 192 furnace super smelter, built it, destroyed it as I built it in the wrong spot, and built the whole damn thing again. Next up was the decoration surrounding that smelter, a really cool project with the build palette somewhat darker and more gritty than the rest of my base. Yet it still turned out perfect and great. My next project was a massive tower based on a sketch I'd done, and damn, this thing turned out well. In the ultra-detailed interior, I embraced my inner Baba Weesh show and built a tidal wave. My next build was within a massive hole in the ground. Let's get to building the Cronon pit. I also built a really nice interior, complete with custom armor stands made up to comprise the members of a grunge band. Yeah, for some reason, these guys are for me by far the most memorable part of this already damn good hidden section in my city. Also, you can parkour up the entire build if you want to, so yeah, there's that. And when it was done, the day count was at 7,500, so that's 3/4 of the way to 10,000. Also, I made a custom forest right behind my starter base, but now it's time for a brand new section of this epic place. That's right, I ain't sh**ing you, now it's time for Lakeside District. After making a thick daylight detector and a nice sign, it was time to build a shop called Charm Magical Fashion that has come to mean quite a lot to me. The reason why is honestly kind of embarrassing, but I'll tell y'all anyway. So when I built this, I was single and was crushing out big time on this one person who will remain anonymous. These armor stands I put in are meant to represent her and her friend group. Yeah, I told you it was stupid.
I've got this fire for you, I'm burning up. Got this desire for you, it's warming up. Feel this connection to you, don't miss the bus, don't miss the stop for someone else. You know my love won't wait all night. You know my love won't wait all night. You know my love won't wait all night. Let's get it started. 'Cause
I then built a custom modification of a spider farm originally made by Digital Chaos 119. The farm is absolutely overpowered, and yes, I hadn't yet filled that perimeter I dug back in the 3,000 to 4,000 day era. Also, while editing the 8,000 Days movie, I got distracted and made a cursed mashup of a royalty-free song I like and a Baby No Money track. For full transparency, AI was used to remove the background stuff from the Baby No Money song and just leave the vocals. Also, I accidentally left the BB Nose transition in the final edit. Whoops. Well, anyway, let's build a spider farm with some thoroughly cursed background music.
Balls hanging low while I pop a bottle off of ya. Chain swinging, clang clang, and it costs a lot. Bitch, I'm always at the guala, yeah, and you are not badass beat. Keep on going till you hit the spot. Whoa, I'm a big bag hunter with the bow. She got a big bed, never drop low. Mama called me and she happy with the grow. Never ever fall for a body that's a no.
Pop the Kenny about a million options. I just talking to stop doing agreement. I rock arena, bringing the peace. I'm bumping that park in the car, pretending I got all the eyes on me. Got a bad baby and she's independent. Too many people older than me, they're seeking attention. When they want me about the groupies, man, I should've listened. And the smell of the money, my strangest addiction.
I then built a bartering farm, but had to kill all of them due to stuff going very wrong.
Oh no, oh no.
I did inevitably get it done though. Now it was time for a brand new product in this world. Remember that Savannah biome I destroyed so much earlier? Now it's time for the promised transformation project. I'm turning this thing from a barren wasteland to a lush But 21 and took some time to experience the new update. My mods weren't all ready, but I just couldn't wait. I went out to get a trial map, but my pre-existing villager just wouldn't sell me one. So I went out on a journey out thousands of blocks to cross the ocean. When I came across another village, I put my plan in motion, purchasing a map and digging down deep underground to see the dangers lurking there within the trial chambers. After encountering a cactus tree, I found another room and, with an ominous key already in my hand, got myself a heavy core so I could craft a maze. I started a raid, one-shotted the villagers with my maze, got jump-scared by my own custom model from another project, exercised my second amendment, and nearly died. Twice. I then riptied into the sky and came back down to finish off the great guys. After having a third, fourth, fifth, and really sketchy sixth near-death experience, I finally emerged victorious. One more trial down, I went off in search of a third chamber, but found some sick-looking terrain in the process. After finding another few chambers and returning home, I went on a journey and ended up taming all the new dog varieties. I am not sure whether I'm any chunks or not. Are there any dogs around here? The baby turtles are just ridiculously small. Oh, his head! His head is so big! His head's so giant! You're adorable! More foxes? Those that are not wolves. big. It's a pig and a bee. I don't know what else that would abbreviate to. I don't know what you're talking about. What is that? What is that? Yo, no way. It's Lorland Village from Tears of the Kingdom. No, but seriously, the shipwreck has crashed right into the village. This is a wreck. Goodness gracious. What the hell? Dog! They look like my dog, Lulu. Dog! They really blend into the terrain, these ones do. Oh, this is some sick generation. Yo, we also got growth bombs over here. Holy cow! Dog! So those ashen wolves, they look so cool! Whoa, this stripstone cave ain't much of a cave, is it now? On the lone, tall mountain. Dog! Oh yes, some insane terrain generation that goes all the way up to really high, 231. Oh, dog! Yes! Okay, we got the exoskeleton dog now. There we go. Why are there mushrooms here? Wait, what? There's a whole bunch of them. Yo, we got all of them. Snow biomes has some really cool terrain generation in them. That's sick. There's an iceberg in the middle? Dang, this is actually cool. Wow. And this, I've been looking for it. Man, it looks a lot weirder than I remember, let me tell you. This looks like something out of a liminal space, I swear to God. But this thing is basically the build that's loaded the most compared to how much it's actually seen. Because what this is the overworld side to my gold farm. Oh my God. Okay, where's my dog? I want to get my dog to sit so I can make sure he doesn't go through those portals, because if they do, that's a doggy death trap, let me tell you. Where's my dog? Whoa. This is weird. I have so many entities rendered, and I'm running at a decent FPS too. That's good. 1.21 is a really nice update for performance. There's just lines of XP on the ground, like perfect lines. Huh? Man, this gold farm has some weird side effects in the overworld. Jeez. Where's my dog throughout all this? It's lonely without him. Has my dog gone to the Nether? I do not want to go to the Nether. Thank you very much. That's a death sentence, perhaps. I'm not sure if it'll actually kill me. I don't think it'll actually insta-kill me, but I don't want to risk it. Wait, what's that? Is that Obby on the ground? Why is that there? It's like none of the items or entities here are affected by despawn timings when pigmen go through the portal. Is the pile-up just indefinite? If I AFK my gold farm enough, will this stuff eventually crash my world, theoretically? I forgot how, like, liminal the thing looks. Jeez. That area, that direction, had some weird stuff in it, let me tell you. Took me a while to get enough enchanted books to get my Splatoon Burst 3, but I did get it. Right after this, I decided to completely stop using firework rockets in the overworld and Nether. This has been a fun challenge that I've stuck to until this very day. With those distractions aside, we need to get working. We need to get back to working on my epic Savannah transformation. Next up was a sick Amethyst cave. It looked pretty good, but there's a massive build I can't wait to start the work on. Let's get into a time lapse and finally do that. That whole episode is really messed up by a 3-week trip I took in the middle of the Savannah project. It was fun, but made the video a bit messy, especially given that when I made much of that stuff, replay mod, which is what I used at the time, hadn't been updated to 1.21. The final step in the Savannah project was making an ice boat track all throughout it. Let's jump into another time lapse and finally finish this. Here's what it's like to ride a boat all throughout this place. I hit day 9000 near directly after that. In this final stretch of time, the first order of business was to get a blue axolotl. First up is building a spot to do the breeding. I went into a cave underneath my starter base and yoinked some axolotls. I slept a storm away just for it to keep raining when I woke up. What a good omen. I kept alternating between breeding up the blocky salamanders and gathering more tropical fish. I was embracing my inner Rax to Flipnote and truly going gambling.
Let's go gambling!
After casually breeding up over double the amount that I should have had to, I was finally let free of the pain when I got jump scared by a blue dude. This is Sploosh Idol, my beloved blue axolotl. Next up was a shulker farm. I had one already, but it recently stopped working. When I started, I wasn't sure where I wanted the build to go. But now, I need to get a shulker in, and looking back at my build planted a seed in my mind that eventually blossomed into something really sweet. Now that all of the farms are in, I want to tell all of you who I decided to build a candy castle. The choice of Crimson in the shulker farms was a sporadic aesthetic decision, but it had the side effect of making the farms look like cake. Given that I was also invited to a friend's birthday party around then, the nickname of the birthday cakes was born. And that trip, it was f***ing incredible. Shout out to my homie Colin, you are the man now legally as well. Back to when I had made these farms, the idea of a sugar themed project grew on me and is what I eventually landed on as the theme of the then unplanned exterior build. It was also a reference to the birthday cake's nickname, so that's the story. Speaking of the exterior, we should probably get to building that. I was now at day 9500 and I really wanted to go out with a bang on day 10,000. I had a really cool idea for a project, an ocean monument trying to dwarf what had came before it. You all saw what happened last time I tried to stick to a deadline. Let's just say my track record isn't great. But can I turn things around before I hit the 10,000 days? I certainly think so. There's no time to waste, let's drain water, let's go. I remember saying that I probably wouldn't drain any more ocean monuments in my world, but yeah, that aged like milk in the summer. But here we are, and it only took 3 real-life days to remove all the water this time. That may sound like a lot, but trust me, it is nothing compared to the last time I did this. The reason I drained another is because my custom farm, the last one, is awful, so I'm building a theoretical max portal-based one for this go-around. Listen, I really don't want to destroy a build just to fit a farm in, but with a new monument all drained and everything, it's time to put in the Guardian machine. Oh, also, I popped my 7th totem while gathering obsidian for the farm. Don't worry, I killed the rogue wither and got stuff working on my 2nd try. Around this time, I went with a friend and another person down to Santa Barbara, and goddamn what a blast that time was. Well anyway, y'all know what the buzz is about. We have a giant thing to build right here. First up is a glass build to form a frothing sea. After this building, something alarming happened that gave the very fate of my world uncertainty. Just watch this clip and try not to panic. Oh, my nether is frozen. I don't know what's happening. Oh gosh. What? I'm logging in. We're vanilla. I think that worked. Oh no, what have I done? Not a problem with any mod. The world is running, it's just insanely laggy. Why the hell? I'm gonna need to join with no data packs installed. I'm running pure vanilla, no data packs. Oh no, oh no. Gonna reinstalling everything. Is the Guardian farm producing errors? I mean, I am at an elevation where it would be a lot of items that will be processed. Oh, there's the lag. Got a few seconds. And the internal server just completely freezes. Really have to creep my way forward if I'm gonna make any progress here. Does it matter? Will it save my position regardless? Oh, when's my last backup? I don't think I backed up my computer too long ago. Archival disk, Minecraft. Okay. Looks like we have one from 9759. It's not a small amount of time ago. Wait, is it good now? Wait, what? Now the world's running fine. Just as mysteriously the lag was created, the lag is gone. Huh? No new production at all has happened. Oh, I think I know what's happening. This thing has not been loaded, or there would have been more items. I think what happened was that none of the items had processed. What the? Yeah, that would be causing the lag. Holy cow. There are these invisible... It's gone. It's like a phantom. What just happened? How about it corrupted the world? This doohickey is a chunk loader. And by the way, I do still need to be by the farm for it to work. It's mobcat based, not based around the chunk loader, so don't worry about it. Allowing me to not AFK the farm, I'll still need to AFK it. Stuff like that still scares the hell out of me. But that's when our monster fell, the giant spectral kaiju that vanished just as quickly as I felt his presence swell. Malevolent coincidence or maybe unquelled ignorance coming forth to dance the dance of terror upon the top of hell. Every time I make a build, I also build association, music I've listened to or videos or maybe stuff that has happened in my real life. And this project that I work on now reminds me strongly of some wondrous things. Maybe I could share a fraction of this sparkly memory magic with the viewers here. I'll trade you potential for this video's revenue in exchange for a clear and crystalline view into the mind of the builder and the song that got them far to enter the towers with Brave Você Sambar. I'm glad I can claim the right to repent for sinfully missing my former time project's deadline. I followed the salty scent of the sea, flowed over the block to the waves as they came and provided momentum to me. To 9920 and 8, it's better done early than finished up late. The rest of the time before day 10,000 was just spent wrapping up a few things around my base, but in day 9999 there was no more time to waste. Alright, it's day 990... 9,999, excuse me. Almost day 10,000, oh my god. I'm really excited to hit day 10,000, it's gonna be crazy. Well, to celebrate the occasion of 10,000 days, which is very insane, I made a monument. Look at that thing, yeah. 10,000 days, such an insane accomplishment. There have been like less than 100 people who've done that in the world. I have so many ideas for projects to the rest of my world. Oh, I can't wait to get started on some of them. Right, and I also made a kettle corn item. I actually made this a while ago, but my CAT mod wasn't updated when I made it. Oh shoot! Oh shoot, we're almost there. God damn! Oh, it's becoming night. Oh my god. Day 9,999. Oh, sun's going down. I think I can sleep now. Holy it's happening. Fly over this area where I always fly over when I'm about to hit a milestone, I swear. Oh, this place. I'll sleep right here. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god! Ah! 5 f***ing digits on the day count! Let's go! 10,000! Holy cow! No, that's crazy. That is actually crazy looking. That is crazy looking! Oh. Yeah, that's good screwed up material. So here's my mini-map. It's quite big. I had this one installed. And you can see all that I've done in this world is quite a lot. And I've been all over the place here. This is the maximum I can zoom out. So there's my hardcore world. Allow me to do some statistics to finish this off. My time played is 85.95 real life days. And then in terms of totems, I have used 7. Boom, the wither exploded and my totem popped. Most crafted are gold ingots. I can see that. Most picked up is sand, and most dropped is deep slate. From the rosy beginnings to the rough patch and a break to my return to the world and the epic finish, this is the story of how I survived 10,000 days in hardcore Minecraft.
If I can't put it in the picture frame, I don't want no parts. If she won't let me in the side door, then it's your loss. City girls up 100, yeah, that's what she tell her friends. See that boy got money, now she don't tell her man. Got the with the woo, blacked out Halloween, the cool. If I make sure team like boo, I'ma go stone on the floor. No bottle service, we outside with it. Brown pepper bag and then green strawberry. Can't stop from falling. Let my demons in the corner. Tonight I'm dancing to the sun up. If you love me like you say you do, it's the dice roll. We can both lose. Don't run away, stay right here. Don't slam on the brakes, baby. Don't run away, stay right here. Don't slam on the brakes, and it don't matter.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.